Hello, I'm Jane Howell, and I chose to read the article What Does Music Mean and Can Music Education Really Matter by Paul Woodford. And the main point of this article is that music can be perceived or interpreted by an individual, his personal cultural background, social status, political values, education, or other sensibilities at that particular time in their lives. So music can be perceived differently by everybody, depending on what they're feeling that day, by what they've been going through, by their upbringing, their background, essentially. He goes on to talk about how Beethoven's music was considered a superiority of Germany, and Hitler used that during World War II. Beethoven's music was also used during the Cold War to develop the kinds of abstract technical, intellectual, and emotional resources that individuals needed to exercise their freedom and thereby make intelligent choices. Music can help challenge students' perceptions and understandings of how music can help them appreciate how it was always overlapping and interacted with other modes to shape individual and collective consciousness. Woodford goes on to talk about other composers through history that have helped shape the past. He talks about a composer named Aaron Copland. He wrote piano music during the Depression, and all of his music was based on his political beliefs, and that helped people either understand what they were going through or to help them through the Depression. Other composers like Schaeffer and John Cage were constantly writing music that challenged everyone to explore and rethink their understanding of the relationship among music, performer, audience, and the setting. My particular end goal is to become a music therapist, and I think that by understanding the history and the background of the music and what the music really means could be very beneficial to my clients. Understanding how music shapes and sometimes distorts their own perceptions and understandings of the history, politics, and social realities. They will need to learn more about the political history and the specific compositions and musical practices, including information about the composers, the performers, and other people's intentions for the music in question. So we need to understand why this music was written, how they performed it, and what they were trying to get across to the people that were listening. There is no shortage of music or literature or film and other art intended as social and political commentary that can challenge people's preconceptions and beliefs while also teaching them to appreciate their common humanity. Music has such a powerful impact on so many people. It can bring out emotions, it can help cope with emotional struggles, possibly physical struggles, mental struggles. Some music is intended not only for entertainment, but can be instructive. It can help children learn. It can help calm your brain down so you can think properly. And that's the best part about music, because it has so many different meanings and so many different people can take certain songs in different ways that can help them. In closing, I'd like to end with a paragraph that Paul Woodford wrote, that ultimately for teachers to acknowledge that music functions as a communicative medium is for them to recognize not only its complexity but also its difficulty. Like history, media, language, and other arts, music can both be used and abused, but any music education worthy of the name should seek to go far beyond the notes and the study of traditional music history and theory to provide a broader and deeper understanding of music's many and often shifting meanings and how they relate to the wider world. In so doing, teachers will be demonstrating to their students that music and music education really do matter to them and to society. In this article, Paul Woodford talks about so many different approaches by composers and how people have read into them and how they've interpreted them. And music is very important and needs to be part of the education system. It helps people in so many ways. And yes, thank you.